And I think we're live. We're live, everyone. Yes, we are. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new stream, and that is right. We are live on this beautiful July 2nd, 2024. I hope everyone's having a phenomenal day, night, afternoon, midnight, wherever you are in the world. I'm sure having a great day myself. And I decided, you know what? I was going to be busier later today. I decided, you know what? We're going to have a morning stream because, well, there's a lot going on because we got breaking news breaking left and right. You can't go a Real American stream without breaking news, so there's a lot of stuff happening, so I decided, you know what, let's do another morning stream. I personally like doing morning streams better, but I decided, you know what, let's do another one. And read that headline. Prosecutors in Trump's hush money case says Trump, they don't oppose delaying his sentencing. Yep, that is right. It appears that the Trump case in New York, the sentencing, it appears it's delayed for a couple weeks. Yeah, remember when everyone was saying that this is the end of Trump for the 16,000th time? Yeah, so much for that theory. Now, before we continue with today's stream, I hope you enjoy these type of streams. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts, the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, folks, all support is greatly appreciated. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, or just want to support the channel even further, the best way is to send a super chat via the chat. Again, I'll try to read through as much chat as possible, but usually super chat's the best way to get your questions answered. And, you know, you get the whole ordeal. You get the point, all right? All right, everyone. So, there's a lot happening. I mean, it seems like every minute today there's breaking news from CNN, from NBC, Axios. Every 5 seconds there's breaking news. What should we get into right away? Hold on, CNN poll. Wait, what? There's a CNN poll, what? And Tyrone just joined. Hello, good sir.
Yeah, sorry, I was getting ready for work. What did I miss?
Nothing. We just started the stream, and apparently a new CNN poll was just released. Let's see here.
Yeah, I will be pulling into my workplace in about half an hour, so that's about as long as you have me for.
Yeah, well, I plan to stream for about an hour, but okay, either way. So, breaking news. Oh my gosh. Trump plus 6. Trump plus 6.
He's flipping Minnesota at that point.
Trump plus 6.
Like, he's got to be flipping Minnesota at that point, right?
At some point, it's like, yeah. I mean, seriously, Trump plus 6. This is real, right? Chad, is this real?
I mean, I looked at it. The crosstabs were actually pretty legit.
Well, crosstabs I'm always skeptical about. But yeah, so apparently the,
They weren't total bullshit.
They weren't total bullshit, okay.
That is what I will say.
You're kind of cutting out, Tyrone.
Hold up. Yeah, I was pulling out of my driveway. Yeah, no, the crosstabs weren't total dog shit.
I would actually pull this up. I'm curious. Let's see. CNN poll. I gotta find the crosstabs. But yeah, so it seems like that Trump has a 6-point lead over Biden now. Good lord. But oddly enough, he does the exact same with RFK and others on the ballot. He's up by 6. So, it looks like that there is, like, not really a debate bump, because I think this was Trump plus 5 back in June. I think. Chat, is that real?
I think if anything, the debate probably just solidified any gains Trump had rather than giving him ones.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Biden fall off a little bit, but I agree that, you know, what just happened was a bunch of, you know, voters they solidified,
people who had been flirting with the idea of voting for Trump before. Yeah, no, honestly, in retrospect, it does make sense. I mean, obviously, you know, it's only been a few days. We still need to wait like another week or two for all the post-debate polls to come out, but it does make perfect sense to that. The idea of Trump only slightly gaining in the poll, but more so solidifying his lead makes more sense, because I do see a very sound argument for assuming Trump's lead in the polls has only been now solidified because people who were flirting with the idea of Trump or said they were okay with the idea of voting for Trump, or people who said they would vote for Trump hesitantly before the debate, now saying they're just going to vote for Trump definitely because of how bad Biden's cognitive dysfunction is.
Yeah.
I think that's like that's probably more than a debate bump, because I do think Trump plus 6 is probably his national roof, all things considered. Maybe a little more.
Yeah, at this point in time, I agree. I think Trump plus 6 is kind of his ceiling. And we got Real Texan here. Hello, good sir.
Hey, what's up, Sex? I don't know how much you've heard, but we kind of agree Trump plus 6 is like his popular vote ceiling nationwide.
Yeah, I just heard that when I came in.
Yeah, so I think at this point in time, though, it's like Trump's not going to lose. At this point in time, I just don't see how that happens.
Really, no way he loses. Even Gretchen Whitmer said she thinks Biden can't win Michigan.
No, according to her, no, actually, I never said that. Totally. That was fake news. Yeah, bullshit. Why would Politico report that then? Like, why? Why would they make that up? I mean, it's Politico, but still.
Oh, did you guys see the New York Post's latest opinion article today that said the First Amendment has gone too far?
What?
Huh?
Yeah. Hold on. They're saying something. Hold on. Yeah, the First Amendment is out of, New York Times. The First Amendment is out of control.
Of course they said that. You know, remember when the media used to care about the First Amendment? Like 10 years
Big
ago.
tech is increasingly safe from government regulation.
But, you know, it's just kind of crazy to think that, you know, the left was always, you know, out there, but they usually were always pro-free speech, you know? But the past, like, 10 years, like, Trump has broke them completely. Let's see, we got a super chat from Cameron Folligot for 5. The absolute copium from the left has been so vindicating after the last couple of years. They deserve everything that is coming. Yeah. Every little bit of, like, pain they're gonna suffer, well, not figuratively, is gonna be fucking gold.
Well, I mean, shit, there are probably going to be some people who suffer physical pain from how obnoxiously anxious and retarded they are.
Well, it's just like, it's not healthy what some of these people are doing. It's like, do you really think that Trump is going to start a, you know, dictatorship in America and, you know...
Oh, my favorite tweet that I saw regarding that, it was shortly after SCOTUS had ruled, states could, like, states could put homeless people in the, like, homeless shelters. Someone had tweeted out, the Supreme Court just paved the way for Trump concentration camps for the homeless, mentally ill, and migrants. Fascism is here.
Bro, you know, I just find it hilarious that, like, people actually believe that crap. Like, what's wrong with throwing homeless people in, like, buildings? Like, what?
You know, maybe New York could fix its homelessness problem if it used the actual shit tons of fucking unused buildings it has.
Oh, no, they can't because the environment. They give it to the illegals, so...
Yeah, no, that's why we need to throw veterans out of assisted living shelters, because, you know, brown people from countries that speak tongues we didn't even know exist are more important than our domestic homeless or our veterans.
And that's just a sad reality. If these immigrants were white, they wouldn't care. The fact that they are a certain color, and that's a Democrat party, they don't care if these were white immigrants.
The Democrats love brown people. They hate white people. They want you replaced by Indians, Africans, and Arabs.
Okay, let's chill out a little bit.
Even the Hispanics are fucking sick of their shit at this point,
Yeah.
dog. Hispanics, one of the cornerstones of the Obama coalition.
Well, they're realizing that they got used, and B, they're against mass immigration. I always said to people, yes, they support amnesty for their families, but outside of that, they don't want amnesty for anyone else. That's illegal immigrants. Like, an immigrant's a nutshell. They want for just their families, for no one else. You think I'm kidding? Go ask. There was like a guy on CNN. That's what he said. Yeah, I came here illegally with my family, and only my family should have, like, residency. None of these illegals should.
Well, I mean, we should deport all illegals who get amnesty,
Yeah.
so.
You know what I'm saying, though?
Trump needs to find a way to undo the concept of amnesty.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I think there was a video of some illegal immigrants saying that he would vote for Trump if he was able to.
Yeah. I just find that freaking hilarious. The supposedly orange Hitler is gonna vote, or they're gonna vote for him.
Did you guys know 20% of the U.S. adults are illiterate and 54% of the U.S. adults are below a 6th grade reading level?
Bruh.
I'm not.
I could see that.
Statistic literally just came out today.
Oh, damn.
All right, yeah, they should do only amnesty for people.
but don't worry, guys. We need to expand voting rights to these people.
Let's see here. Let's see. They should only do amnesty for people who vote Republican. That's real. Real and true. All right. So, the CNN stuff, I'm kind of shocked by that. I did not expect Trump plus 6. You know, I thought it would have been like Trump plus whatever, but apparently it's the same number as before. So yeah, I guess they just solidified his support, which that's what I was kind of thinking, like, it wasn't going to necessarily give Trump like a 10-point bump, but, well, some polls show it, but I always thought that was be like, you know, a solidification of his support.
After this New Hampshire poll, I think that what it did do was confirm to all of the more educated voters outside certain groups which just won't budge, like, you know, college-educated white women, that between Trump and Biden, Trump is obviously the more cognitively, cognitively present candidate.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Which is why I think you could like if I had to guess, this big Trump, if I had to guess, the 2024 bump from the past few months for Trump has been like higher education voters coming around to the idea of voting for Trump, and I think the post-debate New Hampshire poll of nearly 2,000 people giving Trump a +2 lead within the margin of error. I do think that Trump bump with the people watching the debate were more educated voters saying that, okay, yeah, no, this just kind of seals the deal. We're going to go vote for Trump.
Hold on. RCP, bro. RCP has a Trump plus a 2.7 lead right now. And that's with that shitty pre-debate I poll, or TIPP tip.
Yeah. But what do you think about my theory with the debate basically solidifying Trump's
I agree.
gains with more educated voters?
I agree with it.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense because, like, you know, I think Trump is starting to hit his ceiling a little bit here. You know, I don't see how he does much better than this. I mean, he theoretically could, but is that going to happen? I don't know. End of July, Trump +5 in the RCP average. I would laugh hysterically if that happened. Remember when everyone thought there was going to be a summer bump for Democrats? Because that's usually what happens. Remember that? And, well, yeah, that's not going anywhere. That's not happening. All right. Trump is almost at +4 in the 5-way average. Okay. Should we talk about the Democrat governor stuff?
Yeah, the DGA.
They basically are concerned. They're saying this guy gotta get the fuck out of here. That's basically what they're saying. So yeah, apparently a bunch of Democratic governors had a meeting today on Zoom or whatever, and apparently none of them have talked to Biden since the debate. Not a single one of them. And it's like, wait, hold on. You're telling me that after that performance by Biden, not a single person has heard from him? Not a single Democratic governor. Hello?
I mean, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just like, and apparently at the meeting, and this is actually funny enough, it's Jake Tapper actually reporting this. Apparently, they're like, yeah, we have no clue what's going on. We're kind of worried that Biden disappeared, and in fact, he's hurting us more than helping. And well, that's obvious at this point. He's gonna drag every Democrat down with him. I just don't see how they keep him. Well, I think they do, but it sounds like there is real concern that if we keep him, we're just going to do even worse than beforehand. If CNN can release a Michigan Tilt R projection in January, I could see them release a New Hampshire Tilt R. I'm not going to go that far yet. Not that far. Not that far. Hey, Rap, can Colby Jenkins still win? Is it within like 50 votes or something? The Utah second race? Or whatever it is?
I think so.
Yeah, it's very close. I theoretically could. But speaking of Biden, did you guys watch that speech yesterday?
I did not, but
No, I didn't. What happened?
He spoke for 5 minutes and left.
Oh, damn! I just saw a deer fucking like smashed in half on the side of the road.
Jesus.
Welcome
Bro.
to Texas.
But yeah, so no, in the Biden speech yesterday, they were hyping this up. Remember, every Democrat was hyping this up as the proof that Biden's alive and he could speak coherently. He was there for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, he spoke and left. No questions taken, nothing.
Oh, this is best speech ever.
Well, that's what some people were saying. It's like, really? If that was Trump, he would be speaking for 30 minutes, then he would have a bunch of questions for an hour. Trump does that every single time. Remember the COVID press conferences? He was there for freaking 3 hours each day. And Biden, he could barely stay up there for 5 seconds. Like, oh my goodness, I could speak for 5 minutes through a teleprompter. And even then, he had a slip up. He said end of quote.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't he say end of quote?
Yes. He said end of quote. Like, unbelievable that's the Democrats' candidate right there. He can speak for 5 minutes. Even then, he screws up.
You know what I find to just be absolutely ironic about the whole thing with the Biden presidency?
What?
Joe Biden, let's be real. Joe Biden is not the president. Joe Biden is.
Joe Biden. We talked about this yesterday.
Joe Biden is running. I think it is absolutely hilarious that the Democrats are being, like, the Democratic Party is being run into the ground by one of their very own. It's a twofold thing. One, it's a girl boss. Two, it's one of their own professional managerial caste people. Yeah. You know what I mean by that? Like career middle management professionals.
Remember, she's a doctor in quotation. Remember?
Yeah, no, she's literally a career-long professional managerial class person. Like, Democrats are literally collapsing under the weight of their own bullshit with the people that they have raised to control and run their machines.
Well, because here's the thing, they don't have smart people running the party. That's the thing, though. People,
I didn't know that. You're telling me now for the first time.
People are saying that this is a 7D chess move. No, the Democrat Party, they're not smart people. They're not. They're vicious people, but they're not smart. But, I mean, seriously, if they were really wanted to get rid of Biden, why did they do this before the legal stuff? Why did they do this back in March or February? Why did they wait till after the debate to contemplate this? It was not a 7D chess move. It wasn't. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think the Democrats are evil.
Let's see here. Man Milk for 2, opinion on business nationalism as an ideology. That's kind of I don't know what that means, honestly.
I don't even know what the fuck words just came out of your mouth. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I do, but I don't understand the concept behind it.
Business nationalism.
Like, what the fuck does business nationalism mean?
Like,
nationalism is literally people. Businesses aren't people, you fucking idiot.
Well, anyways, let's see here. She's not a medical doctor. She has a PhD in education, which is probably an honorary degree. Yeah, she has a PhD in education, but that's a doctor. She makes it sound like that it's some, like, huge accomplishment. Doctor. You know,
I mean, technically speaking, yes, it is a doctor, because doctor means more than just medical.
I know, I'm just saying, though, but, like, I hate when people say go by, like, they make you say go by like, they make you say doctor for that stuff. It's like, when you say crap like that, you're just, no. I hate when people do that.
If I get a PhD in economics, I'm sure as fuck gonna have people call me doctor.
Oh, I just think it's egotistical, in my opinion, but I don't know.
I'm a narcissist. No, I'm kidding.
I think the Democrats want Biden to lose to scapegoat him, and they can run someone more progressive and younger. And the media also want Trump to win so they can still cover.
They're not doing that.
No.
Guys, Obama came out and defended Biden. They're not replacing Biden.
I did hear, and again, this could...
It doesn't matter if Obama and Biden have private beef. Obama went into this thinking he was going to get a third term. It doesn't fucking matter whether or not Obama and Joe have private beef. The fact still stands. Every major Democratic Party operative that's within the actual, like, party organ, like the DNC and the executive, have come out and defended Biden. The only Democrats dissenting against keeping Biden on the ballot are the people in Congress and the people on a statewide level like governors and senators. You know why? Because Biden has such a terrible down ballot effect. These people who have been trying so desperately for the past 2 years to separate themselves from Biden, which worked to a heavy degree of success in the midterms, now realize they can't escape it. So they want Biden gone. But these people are short-sighted. The DNC understands Biden is the only candidate who can minimize damage that Trump is going to bring.
Yeah.
But then again, do you really fucking expect people who think within every 2 years, like people in the House or people in the state level or people who are elected every 4 years, do you think you expect them to think in the long term
No.
like party operatives do? Like, frankly, what the DNC is doing with keeping Biden on the ballot is their best bet. That literally is the only way that the Democratic Party can potentially save itself. People in the Democrats in the Congress and the state level, like the DGA, they want someone to replace Biden because they think that's going to save them, but it's going to make shit worse.
Yeah, because they'll be kicked off the ballot in places like Wisconsin, Georgia, and like Nevada, I think it was, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. All right.
Again, if they wanted to replace Biden, not only would they have not started the legal shit as early as they did, but they also, like Ye said on yesterday's stream, they would have had somebody file the paperwork to run, like Kamala, but no one did.
Yeah.
What does it tell you when they didn't have anyone else file the paperwork?
They fucked up bad. That's what happened.
Who the fuck is... Their DNC's not gonna fucking run Dean Phillips. Who the fuck is Dean Phillips?
I know. I kind of said that as a joke yesterday, but like, honestly though, it's like, if you want to replace Biden, you have to go with someone like that, technically. You know?
Yeah, and the DNC's not about to hand off the fucking presidential nomination to a young progressive from Minnesota.
Ben Sinnix for 5. According to Michael Prusser, Dems have a less than 30,000 registration advantage in Nevada. Yeah, I think it flips. I think Nevada flips at this point. So, let's see here. I think if they replace Biden, it could energize the liberals. I don't know. Because I think, here's my opinion on it. If they replace Biden, a lot of the Democrats are going to realize, hold up. We've been lied to for 4 years about this guy. We were told that he is in perfect shape. He could think properly.
Not only that, but it's going to completely delegitimize the primary process. Yeah. So why go fucking vote in the primaries or stick with the Democratic Party? Wow. Guys, imagine the shock to so many middle and upper class Americans who realize, what do you mean the Democratic Party is undemocratic?
Yeah, well, no, it's a serious thing, though. It's like a lot of people are going to look at that and say to themselves, wait, we supported Biden for 4 years because we were promised that he's mentally fine.
I voted for Biden in the primary because I was told to, and now they're replacing him? Like, why even go fucking vote for Biden?
Yeah.
Why go vote for anyone at that point if your fucking voice and opinion are just going to be completely overruled by a group of unelected fucking party level bureaucrats?
Yeah.
That is literally Chinese communist bullshit, guys. I don't like to say that's literally communist or whatnot, but that is literally straight out of the That's literally straight out of
the playbook. No, that is China.
No, I fucking hate it when people say this is socialism. This is Chinese communism. That is literally what the Chinese party does.
Yeah, that's what they do to pick the president. They do that freaking they do that.
They literally do that shit.
Yeah, it's like, fuck the people.
A lot of things that Democrats do is down to their own ineptitude. But being able to pick and choose leaders is literally a party bureaucrat feature. That is literally what Putin does. That is literally what the Norks do. That is literally what the Chi-Coms do. That is literally what the Iranians do.
Let's see here. K-Cub 1996 for 5. Jimmy Carter's about to outlive Biden. Speaking of Carter, he is popping champagne, says that economic policies aren't the worst anymore. Yeah, I still, how long has he been hospice care for at this point?
Year and a half.
How? I'm sorry, but how? Didn't his son say 10 times that he was gonna die, or his grandson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna die within next week. I don't know. But yeah, I think Carter is vindicated because he's not the worst president in the last 60 years now. Jess Unleashed has been a member for 20 months, just showing what is happening. We're talking about the Democratic governors basically revolting against Biden, it sounds like. They're not happy because apparently they're left in the dark now. They're like, dude, where you at? Like, we're having, like, emergency meetings because we're panicking, and he's nowhere to be found. That's always a good sign. Always a good sign. If the Dems can't make it with Biden, they might have to bring back Jimmy Carter, Al Gore, Michael Dukakis. I thought Dukakis died.
No, they're gonna do the caucus's corpse.
Yeah.
Michael Dukakis
I thought he
is... No, he's still alive. He's 90.
Oh, then who's the one that died then?
Walter Mondale, probably.
Oh, yeah, Mondale. Carter's gonna make it to 100 at this point. Let's not jinx it, but I think so. Knock on wood. Again, I don't like Carter, but you know, I hate these people like... Let's go back to the Supreme Court stuff because it got worse somehow. The Biden speech where he said, you know, Trump's be a dictator and half the country, or, yeah. It just... The fact that people are seriously believing the Supreme Court said the president has unlimited immunity and Trump's gonna be a fascist dictator when he gets in power. Like, I don't care what you think. This is actually dangerous. What they're saying.
Shout out to that retarded twink Harry Sisson for saying we need to kill Donald Trump, and then Trump's chief of staff or Trump's campaign manager or something like that said expect a visit soon.
Yeah, it's financial advisor. Yeah, so what's happening is like people are starting to realize, hey, wait a minute. This is not just, you know, just one or two random people in the deep web of Twitter. No, these are people being paid by the Biden campaign to say this. They're saying Biden should kill Trump and Trump's being a Nazi.
I want fucking everybody to listen to me clearly about this. This is literally third world behavior. This is third world political behavior. What the Democrats are doing and what these annoying white liberal retards like fucking Will Stancil, you bitch, are doing. God, I fucking hate Will Stancil. What these fuckers are doing is literally akin to, like, and I mean this with all my fucking heart, this is literally third world behavior. This is literally third world political behavior. They are literally acting no better than third world African or Asian political savages that want to kill the opposition.
Military juntas,
they want to kill you. They want to kill you and mutilate your children's genitals and tell you your country is bad.
Well, and here's the thing is, though, it's like, this is why I'm scared about this, and I'm praying for Trump, even Biden's life at this point, because some lunatic's gonna look at this and think, oh my goodness, this is the rise of the American dictatorship. I gotta put matters in my own hands. They're gonna do something dumb. And that's what's dangerous about this. Some lunatic's gonna read that and think they have to do something about it. Like the guy that shot Steve Scalise. Remember what happened then? NBC lied about the Russia stuff.
The football game, right?
Yeah, the baseball game they're practicing, and NBC Joe Scarborough, which should be, by the way, thrown in jail, he was saying every day, Trump is a Russian agent. He's a puppet of Putin. And some lunatic, some schizophrenic, thought that was real and thought he had to go kill everyone. And that's what he did. He shot Scalise and others. This is the same thing. And this is scary. Because people are going to look at this. And let's talk about the actual ruling. It doesn't say, Roberts did not say the president has unlimited immunity. Can we stop pretending that's what he said?
All right, I gotta get going. I'll see y'all.
All right, see ya. Punch a Bunch Bear for 2. Hope Sissa drops the soap. Oh, gosh. But yeah, let me pull this up because people gotta understand what the ruling actually said. And there's actually a graph out here that demonstrates that this whole theory that the president has unlimited immunity, that's not what the decision was. Right here. This is the... Hold on. Let me find it. Right here. American Nerds 1776 for 5. To quote one of the greatest presidents ever, Richard Milhous Nixon. When the president does it, that means it's not illegal. Well, most of the time, yeah, but if the president shoots someone, yeah, it's a different story. But look at this. This is the graph of the decision, basically. This explains, okay, what's considered immune and what's not. So, the first one is official conduct and unofficial, okay? And this is the big stink. People are just saying, well, he could claim that Biden's having official conduct and he can shoot Trump. No. Because it doesn't say anywhere in the Constitution that the president can kill his opponents. Real text, it doesn't say that anywhere. They can execute his opponents or something.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nope.
exactly. So, at that point, it'll be presumptive immunity. But then, there's a question about, does going after the president legally pose any dangers of intrusion in the authority and function of the executive branch? Basically, what that means is, okay, is this something so insignificant that it's a waste of time, it could hurt the executive branch? Or if it's so serious, is it worth it? That's basically what it comes down to. And yeah, this is the whole process. And to be fair, though, the graph is kind of misleading because they say, well, the possible pressure on the former president or Vice President Pence could be used in prosecution. But this is just a general, overview of what the decision said. That even if it's official conduct, you could still go after the president. If it's really bad, it's something, out there. It's not clear in the Constitution. But all right. So you get the point that the whole stuff that Trump is gonna, or Biden should kill Trump, that's not what Roberts said. That's Sotomayor being a liberal and fear-mongering over nothing. Let's see here. President Biden delivers remarks on extreme weather news. He is going to talk for 5 minutes again today. Yeah. All of them.
Wait, he's actually speaking again today? What the fuck?
I don't know. Probably for 5 minutes. Because they have to roll him out every day at this point to prove he's alive. We're at that point.
Yep.
Remember, at his North Carolina rally, he spoke for 15 minutes. Jill Biden spoke longer, I believe. So it's like, if he can barely speak for 15 minutes at a rally in the afternoon, by the way, that's when Biden's functioning. Well, it's not a good combination, I think. Our Constitution states that presidents have immunity in their official capacity of their presidential job. Yeah. And all the Supreme Court did was clarify it. They just said, look, there are some official conduct that can be prosecuted, but the vast majority of the time, no, it can't. Maybe Biden will get 2 sentences out in a row this time. Well, he did yesterday, but he read off a teleprompter. He was there for 5 minutes, and that's it.
Good morning, Rap.
Hello, aliens.
What's good?
So we were talking about the Supreme Court stuff of people want to kill Trump now. What's your opinion on it?
That's not surprising to me. I don't think those people are serious, but, you never know.
Well, I'm just worried that some schizophrenics are going to read that and think that's real. That's what I'm scared about. And they're going to do something bad.
Though. They have to get through all the Secret Service to do that.
I know, but, I'm just saying there's that chance, though. Like, remember what happened to Steve Scalise when he got shot? So,
yeah, I do.
You know what I'm saying, though? It's like the fact they're just lying about what the decision said. They're making it sound like the president can do whatever he wants. It's like, no, he can't. That's not what Roberts said, but that's the left's entire message now, that, the president can do whatever he wants.
Didn't they just push it down to a lower courts or something?
Effectively, what they did was a clarified immunity. They said if it's official conduct, like, you're doing it as a president, you're immune most of the time. There are some cases where, if you order a hit on the president or an opponent, it could be seen as a prosecution, but that's a different story. And there's unofficial conduct. Essentially, if you kill someone personally, you don't got protection, basically. That's what they said.
Fair enough. Do you want to know a fun fact real quick?
Sure.
On the RCP aggregate, Trump is polling better in the national popular vote right now than he polled in Ohio and Iowa in 2020.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew Trump was up by 2 points, but really? He's up.
Yeah, it just shifted up to 2.7.
Yeah, we read.
And for reference, the final aggregate in Iowa was Trump +2, and the final aggregate in Ohio was Trump +1.
Jeez. So Trump is doing better, according to polling. He's doing better than Ohio in 2020. That's a good sign. How is Trump the luckiest president when COVID attacked him? Well, Trump is just Trump. That's why. Here's see what LT is going to say about the CNN poll. Oh, they're going to ignore it because of Trump +6. They're going to say that's fake news or whatever. That CNN has a grand conspiracy to get rid of him. All right. Should we talk about the Trump prosecution stuff in New York or the sentencing? Because this is kind of big. So apparently the prosecution, they're going to delay they don't oppose delaying his sentencing, which means that the sentencing is going to be delayed by 2 weeks, or at the bare minimum. So he's not going to be sentenced on July 11th. Hell, he may not be sentenced at all because apparently the Trump team, they're going to appeal this stuff because of the new decision. So much for that idea that he's going to be in jail before the RNC. It's not happening now. I mean, is there anything to stop Trump at this point? Does anyone know? Anything that could stop him?
At this point, I don't think there's much that can happen in Biden's favor that'll tip the scales again. Like, what happens if Trump decides to, like, skip the second debate and keep that image of Joe Biden from the first debate in their minds?
Yeah.
He would altogether effectively eliminate any possible chance for Biden to reverse his image, aside from the DNC, which he has to hope is a flawless performance.
Yeah, he can't mess up once. He can't mess up once.
For his nomination speech, he has to be flawless. If he gaffes again like he did on the debate stage, then there's pretty much nothing that can save his campaign or his image.
Well, and it can't just be a 5-minute speech, too.
Yeah, that too. Though, to tell you the truth, Biden has been cooked since probably fall of 2021. And there is a very clear indicator when you look at their favorability ratings between 2020 and between now. There is a very clear indicator when Biden's perception just completely collapsed.
Yeah, and I just don't see how you recover from that. Because, like, people know what you look like and sound like. It's like, dude, you're not there. Oh, we got breaking news. Hold on. Breaking news from Congress. Hold up. Okay, Biden might be cooked.
What happened?
Breaking. Congressman Lloyd Doggett from Texas has called on Biden to withdrawal. First Democratic congressman to officially announce this or make this call.
Wow, party infighting. You love to see it.
Yeah, so this is a congressman from Austin, I think, right? Lloyd Doggett? Yeah. So he's calling on Biden to withdrawal.
That's interesting. I wonder if he's just genuinely dissenting or if there's some grander scheme that higher ups are sort of asking congressmen to employ. Because if this is something that's like gaining momentum to the point it's building up in Congress, then
it is. We heard about it actually.
Yeah.
And
we're hearing behind the scenes how there's issues with the governors and with the higher ups in the Democratic Party, like Nancy Pelosi and Hakeem Jeffries.
Yeah, so apparently what's happening is Biden's inner circle saying they're basically saying we're staying in no matter what. It sounds like House leadership and governors, the Democrat governors, they're not happy right now. It sounds like they want him out at this point. And now you got a congressman openly saying, yeah, we want Biden to withdraw at this point. And what does it say here? I represent the Harvard Congressional District once represented by Lyndon Johnson under very different circumstances, blah, blah, blah. He made the painful decision to withdraw. Biden should do the same. While much of his work has been transformational, he pledged to be transitional. Yeah, that's right. Didn't he say he was going to serve one term or something?
Yeah, he did. Though, honestly, if he drops out, then the only candidate they can realistically replace him with is Harris. Yeah, and she's polling just as bad.
Well, you can argue even worse at some point.
She's basically the second coming of Hillary Clinton, but somehow worse off.
Well, the thing is, she's dumber than Biden somehow. I don't know how you do that, but...
Yeah, she doesn't really have any level of charisma either. Well, I don't think that Democrats have much of an option because if they could do Gavin Newsom, but the problem is that he said himself that he would not accept the nomination.
Well, at this point, it's sacrificial lamb, whoever they run.
Yeah.
Well, and on top of that, it's like we were talking about this yesterday, the ballot access stuff. Like Wisconsin thinks already passed a deadline, and Georgia, same thing. So you have to go with Biden or Harris at this point. If you don't, you're screwed in those states.
I think that the Democrats should preserve democracy because Biden won 87% of the primary vote.
Real.
So he should just stay inside, or else, they can't say that they're for democracy at that point. Because he already won the primary.
Yeah. They can't really do anything. I mean, unless, funny enough, them screwed over Bernie in 2016, they put them in a situation where they can't get rid of him now. Because the delegates are, like, binded. They made some weird rules after, so... Kanikso for 5. Biden favorability collapsed in August 21 due to Afghanistan and never recovered from that. Yeah, that's when shit hit the fan.
Yeah, I posted some charts of that in the chat wrap if you want to show them.
Yeah,
it's up to you.
Up.
But I left a marker on November 3rd, 2020, and you can see a enormous difference between that position in the campaign, how the candidates were viewed, and today, or even just November in
Yeah, let me
2021.
pull this up. Let's see here. Okay, this is the first one, and this is the second one. Yeah, this is actually kind of crazy. K Cub 1996 for 5. Biden 81 will fumble his DNC speech, I think. Oh yeah, he will. Meanwhile, in 1992, an 81-year-old Ronald Reagan gave one of the most inspirational speeches. Well, Reagan had dementia, right? Didn't he?
Yeah, he was starting to become senile late in his term.
Yeah, but at least you could argue he could still speak. So Biden just can't do anything. But yeah, this is a graph that Aliens posted. So yeah, in November 2020, Biden had a net favorability of plus 19 over Trump. Right now, or actually no, November of 2021, it was Biden plus 1. Now Trump's up by 3 points, if I'm reading that correctly, right? 3
On the stream, I don't think I can see the chart on the stream.
I posted it. Yeah, it's on there now. There you go. See?
There we go.
Little delay. But yeah, so that's a shift of, what is that? 20 points?
That's more than 20 points. That's 19 plus 5. That's 24%.
Jeez.
Between November 2020 and today.
I mean, that's the thing.
You have to think.
Go on.
There's been an image that they propelled of Biden back then that was effective because the mainstream media was hiding it so well.
Yeah.
They made people think that it was still 2012 Biden. So Trump effectively ran against a strong candidate
That didn't exist
back then. Well, yeah. And now that Biden's image has been revealed to the public and people know that he's retarded, now he's basically tanked.
Yeah.
And another fun fact, too, is that if you go into the aggregate for 2012, Joe Biden in 2020 had a better favorability than both Romney and Obama.
Yeah, that's what happened. Like, his basement campaign worked because no one could see how bad he was. And now, he wasn't as bad as he is now, but you could tell even the debates that there was something wrong with the guy. But
This basically just reaffirmed what people thought of him.
Yeah. Well, most people thought, like, you know, he has gaps or whatever. He might be turning to Reagan, but he's not that bad. That's what most people thought. You know, like, he has some problems, but, you know, he's still there. Well, it turns out that the White House lied. And I honestly don't know who to trust at this point. Because apparently the staffers didn't know about this. They didn't know how bad it was. Apparently he was being, like, hid by, like, his top people. And no one could see what he was. So, I don't know.
Yeah. And another thing, too, is that obviously Trump hasn't lost any favorability from 2020.
Yeah,
he
he's
was
actually gained in some areas.
Yeah, he gained slightly. So he's all 74 million of those people who voted for him are probably going to stick with him again.
Yeah. I don't see how they don't at this point. It's like people are saying, oh, there's going to be a lot of, like, Trump voters voting for Biden. Who? Who's going to vote for the guy?
Adam Kinzinger.
Yeah, Liz Cheney types, maybe, but, like, they represent, like, what, 0.1% of the party?
Yeah, it's going to be negligible.
Yeah. And even then, for every, like, Liz Cheney they lose, they gain, like, 50 Hispanics and stuff. So it's like, what do you do? It doesn't really matter, I don't think. Let's see here. He's gonna get worse 4 years later. Oh, God. Can you imagine Biden in 2028? If he somehow won?
Oh, God.
Oh, my. It would
And
be
if China
Wilson.
invades Taiwan on his watch.
Yeah, China, the second he wins, they would invade. Yeah, I guarantee it. And on top of that, can you imagine, though? Like, 2 years in his second term, he's in a wheelchair. He can barely speak, and he goes up for 5 seconds, say something, and he's pulled away. It's like, that's what's going to happen. And the fact is, people don't care about it. I don't get why Democrats don't see the problem with that, where, you know, oh yeah, the president is in a wheelchair. He doesn't know where he is. He can't speak properly, but he can run the country. Surely. I don't get it. Let's see here. Hey, Rap, have you seen the Lincoln Project's most racist, most deranged attack against Bannon? Yeah, I saw that. It's a Lincoln Project. What do you expect? He's gotten way worse 4 years later. I mean, he's getting worse by the day at this point. Hell, even the State of the Union, he was at half the time coherent. At the debate, did he say one coherent sentence during the entire debate? I'm being dead serious. I don't think he said one, like, coherent statement.
He wasn't even coherent talking about golf.
Yeah, and that was probably his most coherent part. It's like, oh, thank you. You could speak about golf. That's all you could talk about.
Yeah, he was trying to guess Trump's weight like 3 times.
And then he lied about his handicap. It's like, Trump's like, yeah, you don't have a handicap of 6. Like, yeah, everyone with a brain knows he doesn't. There's no way in hell he has a handicap of 6. Let's see here. The Lincoln Project has, okay, I'm not reading that. Biden's puppets run the country. Yeah, it's Joe Biden. Joe Biden runs the show. And, not Obama. Who's the other person? Hunter. Hunter probably does too. Because wasn't Hunter Biden the one that kept telling Biden to stay in the race?
Yeah, because he probably thinks he'd get well, yeah, because he'll protect them.
Yeah. Your honest prediction, given what we've seen transpire in the past couple of weeks, is Trump the favorite to win? If Trump wins, I might go buy a house. I think Trump's going to win. There's only one thing they can do at this point, and I don't even want to consider it. But this is the modern day USA, and we're dealing with a corrupt DOJ, a corrupt FBI. I don't know, but we just gotta see what happens. Yeah, you can probably guess what I'm implying. I don't want to say it because I don't want to, God help us all at that point. Biden can't function without his cheat notes, teleprompter, or an earpiece. Yeah, did people notice that he had an earpiece in the debate? Or something? Some people thought they saw that.
So.
Do you think
he was like scratching his ear or something?
I know, but like some people thought they saw an earpiece. I'm like, yeah, there was an earpiece. There wasn't.
Obviously, well, if there was, it obviously didn't help him that much.
Yeah, it's probably made him worse off because someone was like screaming like, Joe, what are you doing? All right. Biden cannot function with. Oh, read that. Do you think that they don't give him uppers for the debate, or they just aren't working anymore? I think they've given him so much crap it doesn't work anymore, and he's got it so bad that it doesn't really matter. Because, like, think about it. If he's been on the drugs for 4 straight years, at some point it's got to wear off, and you can't just keep giving higher dosages because it's not going to work. I don't know. Hey, Rap, is Biden basically Mondale now, where the whole rest of the campaign try to save some down-ballot races? Maybe, but apparently Democrats don't want the campaign. Apparently a bunch of, like, House Democrats are saying, stay the hell away from me. Don't campaign with me, please. Let's see. Big news. I think it's a legitimate question to say, is this an episode or is this a condition? Pelosi on MSNBC. Wait, what?
Yeah, that was something that she said as well. They're starting to pivot.
But how, you gotta go with Harris then. If they get rid of him, they gotta go with Harris. But it's like, she's gonna do worse than Biden. I don't know what they do at that point. Do they just say...
I think if they probably know that either candidate is going to be a sacrificial lamb, so they'd rather just go with the incumbent white guy than the black woman.
Yeah, but that's probably gonna piss off a bunch of people. That it's like, oh,
yeah, that would be a pretty pathetic end for the first woman president.
Yeah. I don't think the shenanigans are going to be as much as they were in 2020. Well, yeah, I think COVID caused that. It gave them an excuse.
It's going to be harder to do that in the first place because there's less mail-in ballots.
Yeah.
They're not going to be voting at that higher rate using them.
Republicans finally caught on. A little bit, at least, so. They're still behind, but at least they know, like, okay, we know what to do. We know what to watch for. Let's see. Later in the same interview, Nancy says this, both candidates owe whatever tests you put them in terms of their mental... Yeah. So apparently Pelosi's saying that both candidates should take a mental health test. I agree. Go ahead. Publicly. Take a public mental health test and see if Biden's there and Trump's there. I agree. Let's see here. Has Trump announced his running mate yet? No. We gotta get one eventually, right? Surely.
Yeah.
What if Trump just doesn't announce one? He just doesn't pick one. He picks himself.
I mean, one of my original predictions was that he would announce on the 4th of July, which is in 2 days, so.
I guess. Let's see. There's a good reason why this fool was dubbed 1% Joey early in his political career. That's only because 1% people out here that actually buy what he's trying to sell. Well, yeah. Did he run like 3 times before for president? And he got crushed each time?
He ran in 2008 and 1988.
I thought he ran one more time. Well, he was thinking of running 2016, so. I think. He was considering it. Then his died.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Trump becomes president alone. Yeah, Trump just becomes the president and the vice president. I'm my own running mate. No, he's gonna pick like Burgum or Youngkin. I don't see being anyone else at this point. Oh yeah, it could be like who else? Donald
Vance.
maybe? Vance.
JD Vance. Yeah.
What's the chance?
It's not going to be Donald's. I don't think Donald's even wants it, considering he needs, probably going to go for governor.
Yeah. Trump went from Americanism, not globalism, to Israel. Okay, we're not gonna read that. We're not gonna start that. Look, he's always been pro-Israel. I don't get why people are surprised by this. Not gonna get into it. Imagine 2020 if the presidential nominees are Newsom and Ramaswamy. The contrast between the debate and this Biden-Trump debate would be insane. Yeah, well, Newsom's just a jackass, but he can debate, actually. Trump is strong enough that he doesn't need a VP to win the race, but he could pad his margins further. Yeah, just like he doubles with Trumpism on the ballot. I told to get what? Rap, both parties need to run younger candidates in 2028. I agree, yeah. I agree. Alright, is there anything else going on? Did we miss anything? I think we got through everything.
Oh.
Did we?
I don't know if you saw this, but Barris was saying on his locals that he's finding his worst result for Joe Biden yet in the popular vote. And for reference, his last poll was Trump +7.
Wait, how bad we wait, hold on. Say that again.
Barris posted on his locals, and I quote, "I never like to overreact because things can change pretty dramatically in polling when various groups are polled and represented. But this is now nearly 2,000 interviews, and it's safe to say this is a very ugly poll for Joe Biden. It will probably be the ugliest result we've collected for him." End quote.
Boy.
And to say it again, just to give a point of reference, his last poll in February was Trump +7 popular vote.
Bro, that's yikes. Yikes. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, I still have questions about if this is just more so Trump solidifying support, or is it just Biden collapsing at this point?
A little bit of both.
Yeah, because I don't think Trump's going to gain much. What I think's going to happen is a lot of those voters go for, like, RFK or whatever. Truck with Christ for 5, Rap. Watch elect right's frauder fight on Burgum. He's terrible. You know, yeah, Burgum's not the most conservative guy, but I still like him. I think
I think I can tolerate him as VP,
Yeah.
but I don't want him to be president.
Oh yeah, I agree. I just like him. I think he adds to the ticket of like appeasing like the moderates and the more the business Republicans. Just my opinion, but could change. Also, hold on. Trump will win by 12. Only extreme libs turn out for Biden. Well, Trump +12. That's not gonna happen. When was the last time we had like any candidate win by 10? The 80s?
Bush, I think.
Even
But that's
Reagan
Bush,
didn't
like,
win by 10 points in
H.W.
1980.
Yeah, you have to go back to Reagan, I think.
Yeah, even in 1980, Reagan only won 9%. He only won the popular vote by 9%.
Yeah, 1988 though, he won by like freaking what was it, 20?
Yeah, it was like close to 20.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't think it's gonna be +12. I think it'd be +6. I think best case scenario, but it could, I don't know. All I can say is the next prediction, which we'll do probably tomorrow or Thursday, or no, we can't do it Thursday because July 4th, but probably tomorrow. I can tell you that that's probably gonna be the most favorable Trump map ever. It's gonna not be pretty for Biden. That's all I'm gonna say.
After the Atlas Intel poll, I'm sort of white-pilled over that.
I'm still gonna be a little bit careful because you never know when some Democrat's gonna say we gotta vote for Biden because democracy.
Fair enough. But is it safe to say at least that states like Georgia and Arizona are probably locked out at this point?
Yeah, I think, like, I'm not saying, like, they're 100% safe, but at this point, that the Biden campaign can't win those states at this point.
Yeah.
Life of Brian for 5. Strange in a place like New York and Virginia, Trump is +10 from 2020, but in Michigan and Pennsylvania, he barely squeaks +2 or +3. Well, there's actually a theory to that, which one, Rust Belt polling still sucks. That's one thing. You can never trust the Rust Belt for polling. But secondly, I think it's because New York and Virginia, they have demographics more favorable for Trump. Like, isn't Virginia, like, only 6% white or something? I thought
Virginia is relatively non-white.
Yeah.
But I believe it also has a sizable college-educated population as well. So It's sort of mixed, but I think that there's still a good shot that Trump flips the state. In fact, he might even be the favorite right now.
I still gotta wait and see on that, but like the fact is Trump is doing 30 points better with black voters at this point. He's doing way better with Hispanics. Take a guess Virginia's demographics. Same thing in New York. So I can understand why he does better, way better in states like New York because of demographics, but yeah, I don't believe the idea that Trump's doing 1 point better than Wisconsin. I don't buy that. Not one bit.
It really looks like. Oh, sorry to interrupt.
No.
It really looks like the polls in the Rust Belt are just following the exact same trend that they did 2016 and 20. Yeah. Pennsylvania was always had the more accurate polls, and it's also showing Trump's strongest lead right now.
Yeah, that's what I noticed.
Well, Wisconsin was always the worst for Trump in polling, and now all of a sudden it's polling worse than Michigan. So it looks to me like the fundamentals here are applying again.
It's just Wisconsin, like SoCal. You know, he has that new polling firm. He even said this publicly that Wisconsin is basically impossible to poll. You know, look it up. So it's one of those states you just can't poll correctly. And he's a new pollster. He's realizing, Wisconsin, it's not fun to poll because that's just Wisconsin for you.
The rurals.
Yeah, it's 80% rural. It's not like Michigan or Pennsylvania that has like Detroit and Philly. Trump always gets underestimated in Michigan and Wisconsin. He's barely still leading. Yeah. He's still leading, even though they underestimate him usually. So yeah, I think Biden at this point just done. Let's see. President Biden delivers remarks on extreme weather. No, he doesn't. Is he actually? President Biden, extreme weather? What is he, a weatherman now?
That just reminded me of Sharpie Gate.
Oh my gosh, he actually is. He's delivering remarks on extreme weather. Are they going to do this instead of campaign rallies every day? They throw him out in like the White House. They do like a 5-minute press conference and leave. Is that what they're going to do?
Oh, we have a Category 5 hurricane in June because of climate change.
Which, by the way, I can't really get into it by, climate change is bullshit. Well, the way people think about it as. Climate change.
It's expected to hit Mexico, so I don't even know why he's talking about it.
Yeah. But still could, I guess, hit like,
I mean, I think it's going to hit part of Texas, but I think he's mainly just going to use it to talk about climate change and stuff.
Yeah. Well, the thing with climate change, it's real, but the way like the left views it as is fake. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, because it's like, people are saying like, there's climate always changes. No one disputes that. People are just saying no. Carbon emissions.
We need a Green New Deal. We need a Green New Deal to stop the hurricanes.
Yeah, it's like that doesn't work. Carbon emissions, like people look at this. Look up the temperature across any random county in the United States. Look it up. And the temperature between now and 1895, they had that all the way back then. It hasn't changed much. So I'm still wondering, like, where they getting this data from where the temperature have increased by 15 degrees.
Isn't it usually during the summer when Democrats start to prioritize climate change as an issue?
Yeah. Like, of course it's warmer in the summer. What do you expect? It's like, congratulations.
It's the warmest summer yet. We gotta have a Green New Deal.
Well, I find it funny. It's like they say it's the warmest in 50 years, but like, wait, why was it warm 50 years ago then?
Climate change.
Exactly. It's like, but that just proves our point that climate change is real, but the way they talk about it isn't. It's fake. It's fear-mongering. Are you streaming July 4th? No, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. July 4th is just, no. Ooh, Gustavo G for 2. Barris, after 2,000 interviews, Biden is done. Is this the same thing as you posted or different?
It's probably the same thing.
He might have posted on Twitter. Let's see. But yeah, Barris is saying that. Again, Barris had off 2022, but he's still a good pollster. People are coping about it. His
final generic ballot poll was like, it was almost spot on, I think. So he's still really good nationally.
Let's see here. Optic Big Evil for 5. That worm Giuliani got disbarred. You love to see it. Oh, really? The guy that single-handedly saved New York. Oh yeah, that's we love to celebrate getting rid of him. And for what? What did Giuliani do that was so bad? What? The guy single-handedly saved New York. And that's how you guys treat him.
2020, because he's 2020 and shit.
Yeah, but it's like, the dude didn't do anything illegal. And the fact that you go after him.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He questioned the election, and he sweat on camera.
Let's see. Also, what's to stop Biden from using official acts to ban Trump from running because he's a felon? That's not what. Listen, that's not what Roberts said. You people are purposely lying about what Roberts said in this decision. He said clearly that most official acts are protected under the Constitution. Stuff like controlling the military to a lesser extent. There, again, that doesn't mean you can use an unlawful order to kill someone. You can't. You know, he's talking about, okay, the president has powers to pardon people. You can't go after him for that. Stuff like that. It just gets to the part of like, okay, some stuff is a gray area, but that's the whole point of the courts, to look it up, to figure out like, okay, is this constitutionally protected? That's all Roberts said. He never said the president's immune from everything. So, let's see here. Giuliani committed the crime of defending Trump in court. Yeah. Which is just stupid. And plus, people forget, impeachment still exists. Do people not remember that? Impeachment's still a thing. It's not going to be used, but it's still there. Let's see. Stream the UK election. No. We all know what's going to happen. Conservatives get like 5% of the vote, and Reform gets a bunch of seats. What is Joe doing now? He's talking about extreme weather. But just talk about the hurricane. Why are you talking about extreme weather? Like, what does that even mean?
I think it's just a general term to blame climate change on.
But it's like, yeah, what's considered extreme weather? Is it a blizzard in Wisconsin every year? We get like a 1 week straight blizzard? Like every winter we get like a week straight of nothing but snow. It's a blizzard, you can't go outside, you can't see anything. It's below 30 out. So is that extreme weather?
I think it's more like the heat. I think it's more like the heat waves in Boston, and then.
Oh, boo-hoo. Boo freaking who. It's unbelievable. There's a bunch of areas that they've gotten colder in recent years.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you explain that?
Oh, well, New England's gotten hotter, so it's totally climate change.
Like a climate, and that it can be climate change, but that doesn't mean that means, oh, the humans are causing carbon emissions, that's causing the 50-degree weather spike, which that's not happening. But so we must, you know, enact climate change policies to.
I'm gonna have a virtual. I don't know what my views on climate change are, so I'm just gonna have a virtual press conference with Greta Thunberg to explain what my position should be.
Yeah, Oscar Greenwood has joined the channel. Thank you so much, good sir. And apparently, people saying look at predict it. Why? Let's see here. Oh, what happened? Whoa, what's happening here? Holy, what just happened? Biden just crashed to 44 cents on the Democratic nomination.
What?
Oh.
What just happened?
Wow.
Yeah, predict it's going crazy right now. He dropped 20.
Is that because of
what?
That can't be because of Doggett, right?
I don't know.
Or is his beats like this bad?
I don't know. He dropped 21 cents in the past hour. Holy shit. What's going on here? Chat, what happened? Does anyone know?
I think Kamala may actually flip. Oh.
What?
Well, I think it's an interview with Clyburn.
Oh, did Clyburn say something? What? What is going on? Why did he just crash all of a sudden?
Clyburn says, I will support Vice President Harris if Biden were to step aside.
Oh, boy.
That makes sense.
They're going for Harris. 25th Amendment. Oh, people are saying 25th Amendment. No way they invoked that.
Nah, that's not happening.
The only way is if Biden, like, literally shits himself today. It's the only way they do that. Even then, they may not. Yeah, apparently, Clyburn's saying some weird stuff about the supporting Harris and stuff. We look at the John Stossel's betting odds. Yeah, good lord. Trump's at 59% on the Benny Nods website. Yeah, Biden's
I think
crashing.
Biden went back up a few cents. I think there's probably some like Libby T people trying to like mass buy his shares or something.
Mass by Biden's shares?
Yeah, so Harris doesn't take over.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, but this is not good. Yeah, so Pelosi just said it's legitimate to question Biden's condition. Okay. They're getting rid of him. They're going to try to get rid of him. He's not talking with a hurricane? What? What do you mean he's not talking with a hurricane? Then what was the point? Let's see what he's talking about. Oh my. He sounds bad.
It might just be a vague, oh, we've had so many extreme weather incidents lately, so we need a Green New Deal.
Yeah, people are saying he's not talking with a hurricane. So, then, what? Aliens, you saying something? Okay. The Harris coup begins. They might try to invoke something. I don't know if they do, but... But if anyone got more super chats, any more questions, concerns, comments, begin sending them now. Last calls for super chats, folks. American Nerd 1776 for 2. 25th Amendment is starting to sound like a coup. Well, yeah, the 25th Amendment was always for, like, when the president's, like, physically can't able to serve. Like, he, gets, like, shot or something that, like, he can't, he's, like, in a coma. That's kind of the point of it. But this is different where if he's not mentally there, I don't know. Time for the 25th. What's that? Did someone say, wait, what? Time for the 25th? People are saying, no, Harris did not. Stop it.
Biden's back up to 50.
But still, he crashed. There's something happening.
It might have just been some like MAGA people mass buying Harris shares or something.
I don't know, but...
Wow, they're selling dollars for 50 cents.
Let's see here. Mike Johnson said that he would have invoked 25th if he was in Biden's cabinet. Yeah, I would, like, I don't like Biden, but, yeah. I would want Biden to run just to beat him, but I agree. You can't have that as the president. You just can't. But Kamala's worse somehow. That's a thing.
It's either that or like Republicans just don't want Harris to be the first woman president or something.
Yeah. Ooh, Tim Ryan said he wants Kamala Harris to be the nominee.
Yeah, but he's. I mean, even in 2022, I think he campaigned on Biden only being a one-term president.
Yeah.
But I was, I guess just to get crossover support. But I mean, he's. I guess in fairness, he's always been slightly more moderate. Although, I would consider Harris a moderate, anyways.
If Harris were to use the 25th Amendment, how would that affect the race, especially down ballot? I think Democrats should implode up and down the ballot.
If Harris is the nominee, I think we win Minnesota, to be honest.
Well, I think for down ballot stuff, though, I think that if they invoke the 25th, because that's basically what they're doing is a coup at that point. Because this is not your usual thing where it's a president's, physically not there, he's in a coma, and the 25th Amendment's invoked. No, this is a different scenario. Where, yeah, he's not there mentally, but he's physically there. I don't know. Let's see. The only way that Biden's cabinet will invoke the 25th is if Red Line says they won't. Yeah, that's true. That's real. Can we get some more Trump-Harris polling, though? Apparently we have. CNN polled Trump and Harris, I think.
Let's check the RCP aggregate for Trump versus Harris. Oh, wow.
What is it?
You might want to look at this.
What? Send it.
It's not very updated, though. So I don't think this is up to date, but
yeah,
it's kind of brutal.
Let's see how bad this is. Oh my! Oh jeez! Trump plus 6.5.
But that's only up to February. So if this was now, he'd probably be leading by like He'd
Trump
be
plus
leading
10.
probably by 10 or so.
Jeez.
I mean, it is Trump plus 12 back in November, but
American Nerd 1776 for 3. Rap, could this count as a constitutional crisis? Yes. Because you're talking about the 25th Amendment that's not meant for a scenario like this, technically. I don't know. This is where things could get dangerous. And the thing is, though, that people are not mentioning is, this should be a scandal. According to Alan Lichtman, this should be a scandal, but he's still saying, no, it's not. How is this not a scandal? Where we know for a fact they were lying about his condition the entire time. That's a scandal. Can you do an election prediction for the president, House, and Senate if Harris uses the 25th? I might. I think Republicans just sweep everything at that point.
I think if I were doing a new Keys prediction, I would probably go ahead and flip the scandal because I had it as like, I think I had it no scandal as true because like I don't think I never really considered the age being a scandal, but at this point now, yeah, it is.
Have we ever used a 25th before? I think when presidents go to surgery, technically it's used, right?
I don't know. Well,
I thought so.
I guess in a way, but that only is like the acting president, and it's only temporary.
Yeah, it's only for like a little while. So yeah,
which I think Harris was acting president for a bit, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
So yeah, apparently it's been used a couple times. Yeah, it got used with Dick Cheney twice. So, Optic Big Evil for 2. Newsom is traveling to the White House today. Is he?
If he's actually going to the White House, his shares are gonna like skyrocket.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Trump used the 25th for Pence? No, that's not how that works. Not how that works. Octopus has a better record predicting the 2010 World Cup than what? Oh, the key welding clown head predicting elections. Yeah, Alan Lichtman, he's just full of shit. In my opinion, that's a scandal that they hid the condition of the president. How is that not?
And by the way, if they replace Biden, then that means that Trump automatically wins the keys.
Yeah. So
because that draws the primary contest and incumbent seeking re-election keys.
Yeah.
They both flip.
And I find it funny that, like, Lichtman is still probably going to say, no, it's actually different. He'll find a way to excuse it. I assume it was used for Reagan when he was shot. I thought so, too.
Oh, replacing with the 25th Amendment doesn't actually count.
What?
Replacing him with the 25th Amendment doesn't actually count.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's different. It's still the VP, close enough.
Well, actually, I think his 13th key is incumbent seeking re-election. So, I guess to him it would be that it doesn't count because Biden was seeking re-election, but then he got replaced.
Let's see here. The VP is the only one who could enact the calls for the 25th. Yeah. And I think Harris... I'm starting to wonder if she tries it. Because I think they're so desperate, they think, oh, well, if we do the 25th Amendment, we could win. Surely. Alright. Just got here what's going on. So, Biden's shares are just dropping like a friggin' rock right now. That's what's happening. So I think someone knows something we don't. Alright. I think we're gonna end the stream here. If you guys did enjoy today's stream, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Any last thoughts, anyone? Any final thoughts?
I think we covered it pretty well.
Yeah,
it looks like the Democratic Party as a whole is just completely imploding.
Yeah, if they do invoke the 25th Amendment, we will be back. I can guarantee you that. I'm supposed to be busy, but if the 25th Amendment gets invoked, I will be back. I promise you that, but I'm assuming not. Red Lion, say the 25th Amendment's not going to be invoked. Please say it. We just got to see what happens. Trump might be the 48th president. Oh yeah, that's right. Things are gonna get very interesting real quick. All right. We'll see you guys in the next stream, video, wherever you see me in. Godspeed.